Ready to head back into the time of the banjo? The American Banjo Museum is a 4-minute drive from the Oklahoma City Museum of Art. And for both of these museums, we had to pay for street parking, which is a first for us. Many places in Oklahoma, even in the city, provide free parking, either street or actual parking lots. The museum was founded in 1998 and contains more than 400 instruments and has the largest collection of banjos on public display in the world. And apparently, it's the only banjo museum in the world. Painted in 1893, the Banjo Lesson is Henry Ossawa Tanner's most famous work. Tanner is the United States' first African-American celebrity artist. Here we are learning a little bit about the banjo history before exploring the rest of the museum. It's pretty amazing how the banjo culture has humbly changed over time, from enslaved Africans to American slavery to the Roaring Twenties to the most recent bluegrass, folk, and world music. The minstrel era, which lasted from 1840 to 1880, is when white culture embraced the banjo. White men would put on blackface and perform the banjo. More modern. Well, look at these golden, look at those pretty ones, Deborah. The golden ones, aren't they pretty? What do you think of these golden? This is the iconic Eddie Peabody. He was the most famous banjo player of his era before the 1970s, and he was known for his flashy suits.
Today you can hear the banjo and all different styles of music.
Who knew that Steve Martin and even Kermit the Frog were into the banjo?
Largest collection of banjos on display, plus videos, music, history, and lots of surprises. So whether you're a dad,
Up on the second floor, you'll first come across this portrait of Jack Canine, who founded the museum in 1998. He strongly believed in promoting and preserving the history of the banjo. Here's another one of Eddie Peabody's flashy suits. We're in the hall of some of the most renowned banjo players. This is a custom-made suit for Scotty Plummer when he was 14 years old. Oh, there's Ella. Those awesome costumes. Women of the banjo, kids, women. In the past, women weren't accepted to play the banjo, but it eventually became enjoyed by many women. And here are some actual dresses worn by the women performing the banjo. Here's some famous ladies you might recognize, and they all played the banjo: Taylor Swift, Dolly Parton, the Dixie Chicks, and Ashley Campbell. Here's a section devoted to Steve Martin, and apparently he was really good at playing the banjo. This is Louis Marshall Jones, and he's better known as Grandpa Jones, and he was an old-time country and gospel music singer. Check out these ukuleles. I never knew that they were banjo-looking version ukuleles. Not surprising that we're going to see all kinds of banjos, even triangle-shaped ones. This is a bass banjo from 1929. We're checking out the little gift shop. And right across the way, we're ending our visit in the little section where you can try out and learn to play the banjo. We hope you enjoyed this little tour of the American Banjo Museum. Who knew there would be so much rich history about the banjo? And who's inspired to learn to play the banjo? I know I am.